Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if it's your first time here. My name is Troy, and my goal with this series is to show that no matter how much or how little money you have, anyone can invest. Now, if this is the first time you're hearing of this series and you want to know what it's all about, I'm going to link the first episode above my head so you can go and watch that and get an understanding of what I'm trying to accomplish with this portfolio. In that first episode, I'm going to explain things like why I picked the stocks I picked, how much I'm going to be investing and how often, and the overall goals of the portfolio. Once you're caught up there, feel free to watch the other episodes in order to see the natural progression of this portfolio, or just come back to this one to see where I'm currently at. With that being said, if you're already caught up and you're here for your bi-weekly update, let's get to it. In this video, I'm going to be showing you all where we left off at the end of last episode, where the portfolio currently sits, how my recent buys are impacting my cost basis, the all-time best and worst performers in the portfolio, my projected annualized returns based off the current returns, any dividends received since the last update, forecast my upcoming dividends, and any news or things of note in the portfolio. Now let's go ahead and dive in and see where we left off at the end of last episode. All right, and with this screenshot, I wanted to quickly show you guys where we left off at the end of last episode. So if you guys remember, the goal was to get each of my holdings to the $60 mark. We had a previous balance of $728.47, and this was actually the first episode in the past 4 episodes that the portfolio ended in the green at the time of this recap. So now let's get an update on where we currently sit. So right here, you're going to be able to see a small screenshot of where this portfolio currently sits as of the close of market on July 2nd. We are 20 weeks into this portfolio's creation, and we have a new goal of $65 per holding because we're adding $60 per paycheck every other week, and we're investing $5 per stock. Please note down here at the bottom, the new balance of this account is $780.18. So I'm adding that $5 every other week from the $60 investment. Let's go ahead and see what that's doing to the cost basis, since the positions are not only small, but the amount I'm investing is small and the portfolio is new. So looking right here, you'll be able to see what the episode 1 cost basis was, what last week's cost basis was, and now what this week's cost basis is. So you'll notice any of the columns that are red on the differences between, those cost bases have risen, whatever the term is. AVGO, Broadcom, doesn't seem to ever go down in value, so that cost basis is just going to keep rising. I will have to adjust this probably by next episode. I think on the 15th of July, Broadcom's doing its stock split. So obviously I'll have to change these numbers adjusted for the split. But as of now, they went up $26.67, and I only invested $5 in that, which is kind of nuts. And then you can see that basically the top of the portfolio, and this is literally ordered by ticker by alphabetical order, the top of the portfolio, except for ALG, all of those cost bases are rising, and all the ones at the bottom of the portfolio minus ALG, they're going down. Obviously it's cool. Either way you can spin it. Cost basis going up is cool because those positions are making me money. Cost basis going down is cool because I'm able to get in cheaper at those valuations. So yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the best and worst performers in the portfolio since I've had these positions. So right here, you'll be able to see that ALG is actually now my worst performer. They're bringing home the cake that you don't like, the least favorite cake of yours. They're down 15.82%, or just $10.24. So it's not like we're terribly in the red on any of these, or in the green on the flip side for Broadcom. We're up 25.17%, but that's only $15.99 because, like I said, we're doing $5 every other week into these holdings. And then down here at the bottom, I'm sad to say we are back in the red in this portfolio. Again, you just start a portfolio. I'm not timing anything in this portfolio. The goal is that over the long term, we're going to have really good companies in here that are going to do really good things for us, all while getting paid weekly. And the bigger important goal is showing everybody that anyone can invest. You don't need to be a millionaire to invest. You don't need to know a lot. You can invest little bits of money every other week and you can still get somewhere. So we are in the red. With that being said, we're down 0.19% or $1.49. So again, all the numbers in this portfolio are small. We just started. We're not investing a lot, but I actually wanted to take those numbers and show you what it looks like with the annualized return projection. So right here, you'll be able to see all the way back from episode 1 all the way now, this is episode 13, and the gains and losses and how it's progressed and regressed since we started the portfolio. So down here at the bottom, we have that negative $1.49 where we're currently sitting at, with the negative 0.19% the gain or in this case, a loss, which leaves us with a projected annualized return of negative 0.41% if we keep this same trajectory. And we are 24 weeks in, like I mentioned before. So obviously, we're going to keep tracking this, and you guys keep coming back. Make sure you're subscribed, and we'll keep coming back, and we'll keep tracking it to see if we can get anywhere close to where we were back in the beginning of the episodes. Like I said, I'm not timing anything on this. I'm not trying to, find the perfect time to buy on anything, because that's not what the average person would do. They would put money from their paycheck into the stocks that they chose, and they would let it ride and, keep doing it consistently. So that's exactly what we're doing with this portfolio. Again, I think I said this last episode. I have the $60 going in bi-weekly on its own. I'm not timing that by any stretch. I think it's every other Friday it goes in, and I have the money being invested, the $5 per stock going in every I think it's on Monday. The $5 is going into all the stocks. I'm not looking at what the market's doing or anything. It's just all automatic. So it takes a lot of the guesswork out of it, takes a lot of the emotions out of it, and it's just doing its thing. And I'm just reporting it to you guys in these videos. So next, let's go ahead and quickly look at the dividends received. So we actually had a pretty busy end of June / beginning of July. So you guys will be able to see this. It goes in ascending order. So the newest stuff's at the very top, the oldest stuff's at the very bottom, but the oldest one is the one I haven't talked to you guys about because, the last episode came out before that. So on June 20th, we received 7 cents from ODFL. And if you guys look at this little thing right here, I just like to show you guys that these dividends are all growing. No matter how small they are, the big thing is that they're growing over time, which is what we want to do. So right here, we have that ODFL. The first time I got paid was in March. We got 2 cents. Now we're getting 7 cents. Then on June 28th, we received 23 cents from Broadcom, which again, right here, you can see it's growing. On April 1st, we got 11 cents. Now on June 28th, we got 23 cents. Then we get into the interest payment on the cash in the account, which is the cash in the account is just from the dividends and anything remaining from the $5 that doesn't get invested. Again, I've talked about that 1,000 times already. I don't know why the full $5 doesn't get invested, but I don't make the rules. So we had a little bit of cash left in the account that got us 10 cents in interest. And it looks like we've always had a little bit of cash in the account right here with the SPAXX dividends over time. I'm not necessarily worried about this one growing, even though it kind of is. So we were at 3 cents for a while. Now we're at 10 cents. So we're doing big things. But the goal of this one's not to grow. But like I said, we're up to 27 cents in interest / dividends from SPAXX. So I guess that's cool. And then we get up to the top on July 2nd, which is the day I'm recording this. I got a dividend from Plute Group, 11 cents, which again, looking here at the chart, we're up to 16 cents from them. We got 5 cents the first time they paid us, and now we got 11 cents. So we're going to add all these numbers up, and we're going to see where we ended June and where we're currently sitting at in July, and also where we're currently sitting at for the year. Again, looking here, all these numbers are very small. That's not the point. The point isn't that, Troy's never going to be able to do anything with this portfolio. I want to be able to have a track record of starting a portfolio from zero and showing somebody in 5-10 years with this portfolio when it's in thousands or hundreds of thousands or $10,000. I want to be able to show somebody, hey, go back to episode 1. You can see how this started. You can really follow it the whole way along, because a lot of times, myself included, by the time a YouTuber decides to start recording their dividend journey, they're already, several thousand, several $1,000s into their portfolio creation. So it's, there's a little bit of a disconnect there. So I actually wanted to create a portfolio from scratch and track it with you guys. So Q1, our total sum was 18 cents. Q2, our total sum was $1.38. We finished with 53 cents in dividends in June, which is pretty cool. So that was the highest month that we've had so far, 53 cents. And we're up to 11 cents. We've only got one dividend payment in July. And if you look down here at the bottom, we're up to $1.67 in dividends, or 14 cents a month. Again, nobody's retired. You can't do, I don't know what you can do with 14 cents right now, but you can't do anything with 14 cents, but we're trying to build it. So next year and the year after that and the year after that, somebody will be able to look at this and be like, oh, look, there it started with its 3 cents in dividends in January. So speaking of, let's go ahead and check to see what we should have coming in for the rest of the month. And look at right here, we have that July calendar. PHM paid me today, the day I'm recording this, July 2nd. Then you got Intuit on the 18th and HUM paying me on the 26th. And then the Ex-Dividend dates there, you guys didn't say that you loved it or hated it, so I'm going to assume you loved it. So on July 9th, we have an Ex-Dividend date for MasterCard. On July 10th, we have an Ex-Dividend date for Intuit. So Intuit actually has an Ex-Dividend date on the 10th, and they pay out on the 18th. Another really quick turnaround. You love to see those. So, and then AbbVie has an Ex-Dividend date on July 15th. So those are the little Ex-Dividend dates, the 9, 10, and the 15. That's what those are for. And that's going to wrap it up for this bi-weekly update to the Anyone Can Invest portfolio. If you're enjoying this series, make sure you let me know that by leaving a like on the video, as it helps me continue to grow the channel. And if you have any questions or suggestions, leave those in the comments down below. And if you happen to miss the video that just went live of me detailing my dividend portfolio that I've been building for the past 5 years that I'm going to use to retire early, make sure you check that out right here. But until next time, see you.